Hey Virgo, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to my cross-watchers. Cross-watcher, you could be dealing with a Virgo. The message could be for you. Feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind, these are general and timeless readings. Everything that you need to access is down below in the description box, so keep that in mind. And hold on really quick, let me grab that card. And never give your power away over to these readings, and you're in full control over your own life choices and decisions. And as always, keep that in mind. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you for all the ways you've been here in support of the channel. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, we've got Gnosis, which can talk about inner knowing or a mystic truth. And the Kiss is in this kind of different position. For those of you that are in like an intimate relationship, I don't know if there's something about someone needing space or we'll get into that a little bit because that might be different for all of you, because I'm sure not all of you are in relationships, but some of you might be. And there is the Pilgrim again. I didn't even make that up. I thought it was just that card that flew out over there, but this was sitting underneath it. That is so weird. Okay, we literally had that card last week. Okay. This is obviously talking about 1, 2, maybe 3 people, if that's the case. That mask is in the reverse. Okay, so if you were dealing with some kind of connection in your life and wondering if there was an issue that came up, because some of the positions are making me think that something possibly did. It's like this was either you or someone you were connected to felt like they kind of lost track of themselves by being interconnected, which meant that maybe there are some things that are very specific to them. With this Gnosis, this could be a person that could have put your authority or your needs or whatever it was above their own. And that kind of caused a disconnection from their own path. And when the realization happened, when it kicked in, not saying it was in any way like a justified or the right way to respond or handle to the situation, but it's like that could have been the realization that someone came to. Yeah, because there was this mirroring. There's the Moon card in the reverse. So someone could have figured out that they were mirroring you, but the most trippy thing about this card, because it can represent, it's usually my Pisces Cancer card, and it's when someone is like mirroring in general, because either they're going through something really challenging and maybe a little bit traumatized. So, but probably one of the most painful things I've had to realize is that you can, like when you're in partnerships and things like that, people in your life, you start mirroring them. But it's not only just the behavior that you see, it's sometimes the things that you don't see, behaviors behind the scenes, or just things that your energetic system is picking up on a different level, even though it's not like right in front of your face, which could be emotions and behaviors and things like that. So that's why I'm sure you were kind of aware of it. This person came to the realization, it might not have been known, especially if there's been quite a bit of fear or anxiety that's been in the driver's seat. There's a person trying to get a hold of that, but it's a positive, like there's the 3 of Pentacles in the upright. Like it's been very supportive and collaborative, and it's been good. And there's the Page of Cups in the reverse. Oh, because that energy is still around. And there's the 7 of Pentacles. And there's the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Oh wow, there's the Wheel of Fortune. This is super freaking good. Okay. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like challenging because I'm not saying by any means you guys are a page, but it's always kind of like for my sanity, I say whatever your element is. Then we have the High Priestess reverse, another Cancerian energy. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Oh. And then in the upright right there's the Queen of Wands. Where I had this same exact combo. I think it was in Libras. That's so weird. Yeah, seriously, literally. Okay. So again, for my sanity, I'm going to say that you either could be this Page of Pentacles, or since your opposite sign is Pisces, I may put you in that position, but you can be super flexible about what you resonate with, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead with the storyline. So basically what happened, here was a situation, okay? There's this highly sensitive person here, which could either be you or someone that you're dealing with. And they had been in some kind of connection here. This was either a family member or sometimes it could have been like an ex or whoever it was in this person's life. And so because of that, they could have also been mirroring this person. And it's like really tricky because it might not be the most positive attributes. Maybe if it even comes across as like emotionally immature or reactive or like impulsive, does things without thinking. I think that could have been a part of this, but here was this good luck situation that was going on. And there's been this masculine over here that's been doing something to try to, cause it's like a bunch of weird stuff, like, you know, all the subconscious stuff. So it's almost like if there was dating involved here, which is a possibility, then there's so much like mirroring going on, and I think it just became too close, and then people lost each other. And even trippier, it turned into where if it was more of an intimate relationship, they started to subconsciously, unconsciously turn into each other's like parents. And so there's been a lot of reactivity based off of that too, because it's still pretty ongoing. You could have came in and been a part of this teamwork or collaboration. It looks like it was positive and it was like growing in a healthy way. There was an even give and take, you know, like it was like good. This was like good fortune that came in as well, because this person could have been planning. Whenever I get the Moon in the reverse and the High Priestess in reverse, that's usually a person that's like almost too conveniently put up in a situation for a smear campaign, because if they are highly sensitive or even highly intuitive, either one of those things, they'll be gaslit very easily, and everyone could be saying, oh, this person is crazy, even though they're continuing to do some things to cause, like deliberately cause reactivity and things like that. And those weren't things that you were a part of. They were like this thing was growing and it was growing in a good direction. Right now you could be feeling as though maybe with this Page of Pentacles reverse, you like there could be blockages in money, especially since the collaboration was moving in a positive direction. It makes me think that someone could have wanted to stop you from continuing to support this situation. You know, they could see the outcome in a way that it was heading, it had already passed the most challenging part. It kind of like bypassed the 4 and 5 of Pentacles, you know what I mean? Like it just skipped over that, and it could have been like all people were equal givers, because you could tell that there was just like good intentions and that whole giving without expectation, and it just had a lot of good like it had a lot of good foundational aspects to it that felt like you were giving to something that would potentially bring more growth or whatever it was. You could have just been this like supporting because you knew someone was going through something hard, or vice versa. So there was something positive growing, and it was this whole good luck. Maybe, like I said before, someone kind of had a strength that you didn't have, and vice versa. And so that was a part of the reason that the teamwork or the collaboration was so positive and effective. So right now it looks like I said, there was a person that didn't really expect that this would formulate. Okay, this person over here. And so what they wanted to do, they started kind of panicking a little bit, because they had this original plan that they were going to be able to stop someone from growing toward their monetary independence. Like they've been doing a lot of things to try to drain someone's money or affect someone's money. And so then when they saw that there was this potential here, that person they were trying to block their financial independence, that they were going to move in the direction of a 10 of Pentacles, that there would be all this abundance and money and things that would come in, that's when they started taking action. But because originally they had thought that no one was going to help out this person, because they've been so completely like trying to make sure that they stay attached to this person. They obviously don't want boundaries at all. They, even if those do get put up, they get knocked down almost immediately. They have access, and they've been utilizing that to their advantage. And so that's why the violation of the boundary has caused this whole mirroring or fragmentation. So that's why this person may look like they change a little bit because of that whole concept of like narcissistic fleas and things like that. And so that's kind of what they were hoping. They were hoping that if they continued to do these things behind the scenes while you were away from each other, that all of a sudden just the pressure would build up and someone would finally explode. But you can't really do it in this person's direction, because you can't truly hold them accountable. So the energy has to get distributed somewhere, right? Like, and so that's basically this person's intention, is that they would do all these things to get someone to pretty much a boiling point, to where it'd be very climatic. Like there's just this peak of the whole situation, and then they were hoping that it would kind of decline after that. And so here is this: if you've gone through this recent 10 of Swords, which looks like if something derailed you a little bit or affected your energy, which could be right here, again, like, so sorry if you got in the middle of the crossfire of this. Like it I know it's an explanation, but it's more like for the people that understand you the most, like you're not gonna have to go a whole lot into explaining things, because it's almost like in this particular situation, in this person's eyes, this emotionally immature person's eyes, you're guilty by just being associated. And what they have been doing is, if anyone shows any kind of support toward this person, then they will either go in and try to turn that person against, okay, if they feel like there's any kind of friendship building or a support system, they will try to go in and either turn, like, smear that person's reputation to them and get them to turn on them. Or if that person doesn't engage in the gossip or the toxic behavior, then they will pretty much try to take down their business or their means of, like, their outlet of communication and expressing themselves, like whatever it is, that's basically their goal. And I know for those of you, if you're going through any kind of recovery through a 10 of Swords, it is like you have to do what you need to do, but that's basically this person's goal, is to get situations to turn on each other. And it's super unfortunate because that wasn't meant to happen. I was explaining this a little bit in Libras too, because this person, it's like a weird, like, I've been watching this, I don't even know if I've seen it anywhere per se, but it's like this person does little manipulative things to try to turn their partners into their parent. And then I'm guessing that they kind of, their needs came first when it came to, like, health and taking care of body. And so whenever, like, say the parent went to go take care of their health or something, this person's needs would be more of a priority over that parent taking care of themselves. And now they're almost like manifesting it in the relationship at an older age. Like, they are deliberately trying to prevent someone from elevating from a Knight of Wands into a Queen of Wands. But I think it's progressing, because someone could have really overcome their fears and is in the process of becoming stronger from this whole situation, because at a certain point you just stop caring and you just start going toward it anyway. But there is good luck here, especially for whatever support you've given. Like, you'll be, taken care of, or, you'll receive blessings from this, whatever it is. But anyway, let me dive into the extended Virgo. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, see it over there. But Virgo, if this is where we leave things, sending you so much love. Wishing you all the very best. See you in the next reading. Take care.